Thank you for joining me in this episode of Shinwari home style fresh lamb meat dish. We're gonna cook it in the pressure washer. We're gonna cook it in the pressure cooker, and we're gonna have some naan in the oven as well. So how good is it gonna be? Stay tuned. You'll watch the full episode and see how this performs. So you'll see we've got some bits of lard meat here, which is like the basically the fat of the meat. All the meat is at 1 kilogram, so exactly like I had in the previous episode. You remember I was away trying some food. I thought, how hard can it be? So in this episode, I'm gonna basically explain how we made it, how well it does, and is it as good as the ones we had from the Shinwari experts. It's like a common Afghani dish that we do a lot in Afghanistan, Pakistan, the top region of the province, and the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa kind of a region. So you'll see the meat is basically just being sizzled. So the fat went in first. You could put some ghee in. Ghee is going to give us a bit of a kick. It's like, because I didn't have as much lard, because in the restaurant they actually put proper lard in there, but because of that we didn't have as much lard here from the meat shop, so I put some fat, but then the ghee is going to replace what the fat would have created if I had the fat. So overall it's just bringing the meat to a cooking point where it gets a little bit steamed and the ghee starts to make it all mushy and nice. So overall, what else can we add in this? I remember I only made it salty, so just to make it salty we're going to include a salt. So basically nothing too fancy, not too curry like dished. I want it to be like a mainly the meat flavor to come through. So this lamb is like a young lamb, so the meat should be juicy. So you'll see 2 spoons of salt creates its own water. Give that a bit of a mix, let it simmer, let it do its thing, and you can see already the meat looks like a nice cooked tender stage. But because we've got the pressure cooker, we're going to close it up and give it a little bit of a boost as well. However, ginger is supposed to be good for you, so let's cut ginger down and make it into strips and add that kick into the dish itself. So what do you think? Is this something that's going to be similar to the meal I had before? I'll check in the cards or the description. I'll leave a link to the previous episode. It just gives you an idea of what I actually had. I might overlay at the end of this video to show you the differences between the dishes that I had. So it's 2 Shinwari dishes as well as our own one. So sharing fine food is giving you an idea that you can do a lot of these dishes at home yourself. So pressure cooker, let it come up to speed, let it come up to steam, and just be careful with these, but check online, you'll see lots of videos about them. So as the gas gets released, the steam gets released, and it's safe to do so, you can check the cooking progress. We got a bit of chapati and naan in the oven, so like a tandoori type naan dish. So gives us a bit of a similar type of eating experience that we had in the restaurant. So overall they turned out quite well, making them in like a gas oven. It's a top down heat setting. So you'll see we added a bit of green chilies in there just to give it a little bit of a tasty kick, not too spicy but enough to give it a bit of an option, and a bit of ground cumin to give it a bit of nice smell. So overall, you know what, it's looking all right. It's not cooked in the same style they cooked it, but we got pretty close. We could have cooked it in an open wok and steamed it, but just in the because they're cooking in a gas cooker, not an open fire. Ooh, look at that. I can salivate already. So you'll get a little clip of me trying this out. So I'll give you a real life opinion of what I thought about it. So I liked it plain. This is how it's supposed to be done. If you want a meat dish, have it meat. But what we did decide to do is do a secondary dish with tomatoes. So remember in one of the cooking cook-offs when we went tried it, they put tomatoes in, even though we told them not to. So I want to see what the tomato version is going to be like, and also the non-tomato version. So this is a standard meat version with the bread, naan, and I'm doing a quick taste while it's being cooked with like a bit of yogurt. So you know what? It gave me that kick. You know, when you feel like you want something meaty, this is the dish to have. A bit of salad on the side, and you've got exactly what you want here. So if you had like a big plate or platter of this, and you had loads of this chapati with it and some yogurt, this will give you a nice option. Overall, very delicious. I kind of gobbled it down, and then I sat down for seconds afterwards as well. So it's that's how delicious this was. So overall, I reckon this is the right dish for you if you're thinking about a meaty option. You know what? It just gives you that kick, and it's nice and plain. It's mainly the meat that does all the talking. So as long as you get good meat, this is going to be what you want. So overall, I give this like a 5 out of 5. Home cooked, I know exactly what is in there.
Thank you, bye.
But I'll show you a couple of clips of what we did in the other Shinwari style food eating. So here's a couple of clips from the restaurants.
Your,